So I received a present one Christmas with this really neat Peanuts wrapping paper and thought it would make an interesting picture. I love the repeating images, but they use different colors. So I cut them into individual squares and randomized them, at the same time spacing out the repeats. The border of each picture is not perfectly square, so I colored the exposed paper underneath with black marker. I also used a piece of hobby foam and replicated Charles Schulz's signature in silver marker. As you can see, it's on paper card, extended and stitched together, and ended up an odd size. For the longest time, I've been wanting to get it framed, and because of the odd size, that means custom framing. Then I thought, maybe I can fabricate something myself. So going to the thrift store, I found a larger frame I could cut down to the size of my picture. A lot better than the price of a custom frame. But will it work out? I'd like to have a 1/2 inch border around the picture, so I'll leave 1 inch on the cut for each side. I figure I could leave part of the frame intact instead of dismantling the whole thing. Now let's deal with the glass. I picked up a cheap little glass cutter, but really didn't like it. I found a diamond Dremel bit scored the glass a lot easier than the glass cutter. I don't have a ruler as long as this pane of glass, so I'm using a piece of cardboard to help guide the bit. You're supposed to oil the glass cutter, so I put some oil along the cutting line. It scored the glass quite well. I brought it to the edge of a desk to break it off, but nothing. I tried it over a piece of dowel, still nothing. I even went over the line again with the glass cutter. I know going over the line a second time is a no-no when it comes to glass cutting, but it did follow the groove all the way down. But still, nothing. The piece I was practicing on was a lot thinner than this one, and I didn't want to put any more pressure on and ruin the whole piece. I was getting frustrated. I really don't like working with glass. I eventually resorted to using the diamond wheel and cutting the pieces off. I absolutely do not recommend doing this, but I wasn't about to lose this pane of glass. If you're gonna mess with glass, always wear eye protection and a good mask or some kind of respiratory device. Glass dust is not something you want to f around with. I had a stream of water keeping it down, but it was still spritzing all over, turning into a paste. Glass is weird. I must have a phobia to it, and I've always been very weary of it. I saw a vid of someone cutting a pane of glass underwater into a circle shape with a pair of scissors. When he tries cutting it above water, it just shatters. Well, needless to say, this is the last time I work with glass. Anyway, I managed to get those two sides trimmed and smoothed out any sharp jaggies with some rough sandpaper. So after gluing the frame, trimming the glass, and trimming the cardboard backing, let's see how it comes together. Not too shabby. One last touch, and we'll take a final look.
I wanna feel